I met a gypsy.
All right, so big night of Supercross. Probably the biggest news to come out of tonight is the fact that we have lost Jett Lawrence from the East Coast Championship. He went down massive in the heat race. He actually went down pretty hard in practice. I feel like that's probably what set off a bit of the chain of events for young Jetson, but he's crashed early on in the day in practice with an absolute massive one. We got that one up on the screen for those of you who haven't seen it. It's pretty much all over the gram, but comes into this whoop section absolutely pinned, and then just gets uppercutted by the handlebars on the way out of that one. So massive one there. In practice, lines back up for the heat race, and with 4 minutes to go, just press play on that one down there for us, Ronan. 4 minutes to go. He's in ninth, so is in a transfer spot, and or just outside of a transfer spot. Actually, I think he would have been. The lap charts just hadn't updated, but goes over the bars, coming onto the start straight, lands directly onto a tough block, and yeah, just got absolutely smoked. So he did his best to line up for the LCQ, went out, won the LCQ. I'm just going to watch this again in slow-mo now. It's kind of was a weird turn, and then onto the start straight, and he's just landed directly onto the tough block and then directly onto the shoulder. So that is two big crashes for the young fella today. But yeah, I mean, that essentially puts him out of this championship now. He lined up for the LCQ, won the LCQ only just. It was pretty obvious that he was not in a good way, and then pulls off from the start line for the main event. So massive blow to this championship, massive blow to all of us Jett Lawrence fans. Honestly, it might just be the case of him needing to slow down to go fast. The field is at this point on the East Coast not exactly stacked, so to be pushing that hard in the heat race. But I don't know. This is like one of those hard questions when it comes to being a fan and doing this kind of bench racing. It's so easy from this position to say you need to slow down, slow down to go fast. You just got to kind of get to the finish. Like, it's kind of easy to say that, especially after someone's crashed. But man, I mean, how much of it is just like he is just in the zone so much right now, and you're just seeing this incredible display of skill and talent. But what comes with that is just this huge risk. He's going, not only, it's like there's this added element with Jett, because he's just going so much faster than the other riders around him too. So he really was on another level. I think we definitely got the answer to the, I guess maybe like the hype or the talent this season, but we definitely still now are going to have answers for next season. Obviously, this isn't to say that we won't see Jett for the rest of 2021. No, there's no news yet. Like, the mains have literally just finished, so there's no news yet on whether or not he's injured and if he will be. Like, I'm sure that's all going to come out in the next few days. But in terms of his championship, we will not be seeing Jett Lawrence win a championship in 2021, I don't think, at this point. So, I mean, the question of, okay, let's just put it like this then. So, what questions has Jett answered this year? Is the hype real? Yes. I think it's pretty safe to say at this point, after seeing the way that he rode this season so far, the hype is definitely real. We've also, I feel like we've had some questions answered about his heart to go along with it. I mean, obviously, to get up after those crashes that he had today, and then to go on to win the LCQ, and then to have his team literally pull him off the line. last week, I think, was another huge example of how much heart he has. He stole the show last weekend with that last lap crash with Christian Craig. The dude's in tears over a fourth place finish. So I think that the championship thing is still a question that hasn't been answered. He's now crashed out of 2 championships in the last 2 seasons, obviously 17. But man, I think that the question of the talent, the question of the hype, and the question of his heart is definitely been answered this season. But yeah, bummer night. We're pretty devoed here at Gypsy Tales HQ. Jett's our boy. Jett's our boy. There's no denying that. So heal up, Jetson. Yeah, we'll be cheering you. Hopefully you can get back for the next round. But yeah, massive shake up in the East Coast Lights. This pretty much, for me, hands the championship to Colt Nichols. I don't see a lot out of Christian Craig at this point that is going to stop what Colt Nichols has got going on. 3 mains in a row for Colt Nichols. He's in the driver's seat of this East Coast Championship, and he probably could even get it done with a round to go. So, not looking good for Craig. Definitely not looking good for Jett. But Colt Nichols is definitely in the driver's seat of this championship right now.